Hi there, it's Konrad from Growers Homestead, and in today's video I want to talk to you about what seeds you can sow in March. First of all, you need to think what are your conditions, what is your weather like. Look, if you live really up north, like we are here in Ireland, so let's say if you're in Donegal, your weather is going to be completely different to what we have here in south of Ireland. So you have to be taking that to the consideration. So that's your weather. The weather is going to be improving in March now drastically. The day is going to get much longer and we're going to get much more sun during the day, but we still getting really cold weather, frost and some storms. The second thing is you have to think about where you're going to put your seeds. Are you going to plant them outside or are you going to be planting them inside? As you see over here, we are in our newest addition to our market garden, the caterpillar tunnel that we got secondhand. We put it up. It's something completely new to us, but you can get those. They're much cheaper than the normal polytunnels. They may be a little bit more maintenance on them because you have to check the plastic, adjust the plastic, and but as you see, we're not going to be growing in that tunnel. It's designed to be our nursery tunnel and a little bit of a storage. So we have our straw over there that we use for bedding for our animals, and we use in our compost, and we have our trays over here with the transplants that are ready to go into the ground. Okay, so if you're interested about a tunnel like this, it's not a polytunnel, it's a caterpillar tunnel. We actually made a video. We have to just pull it all together. So if you stay tuned, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss that video. We're gonna put up the video about that tunnel, how we put it up and how we're finding it in Ireland, and one or two modifications that I done straight away after the first windstorm that we had last weekend. So anyway, back to what you can sow in March. So we need to split it up into what you're going to start indoor, either inside your house or inside the tunnel or greenhouse, whatever, or to what you're going to sow outside directly into the ground. Let's start with what you can sow directly into the ground. The first thing is, especially when we here in Ireland, when you think about what you can put into the ground, you'll be thinking potatoes. So we are here in one of our tunnels, and this is something that we do every year. We plant potatoes in one of our beds, so we have early potatoes. We actually did the whole separate video about how we do our early potatoes, so you can have a look on this over here. So we plant these in early January, and it's end of February now, and you can see they already pop out, and we have a good 10 meters of them, I think. So we're gonna get them by May. That is a very good thing to do. If you have a space in your tunnel, if you have a tunnel to do that, you get them much earlier. And then I would say you need to put another batch as your main crop outside. Anyway, there is a saying over here in Ireland that you should have your potatoes in the ground before or by St. Patrick's Day, that is 17th of March. And if you can get the potatoes by then, you can use old potatoes, your potatoes that you're happy with the varieties, or you can get the seed potatoes from garden center, or you can order them online. You can cheat the potatoes if they're quite big potatoes, and if you want to save some stuff, we had our own potatoes from last year, so we had plenty of those. So we didn't have to cheat the potatoes, but you can definitely do them and put them in the ground, sooner the better. Of course, if the soil is waterlogged, you want to wait because you don't want them to rot in the ground. The second thing, what we like to do, second plant we like to start in March for us are onion sets. Just like these. We got we order our onion sets from Fruit Hill Farm again. They certified organic onion sets. There's a few different varieties. We are going for Storn. So the last year we had our onion sets in ground actually in the last week of February. This year we probably gonna do first week of March. First week of March. So onion sets, definitely I would encourage you to look for some, put them in the ground in around mid-March. What else you can start, and it's actually doing quite well when you started outside now in March. Maybe not exactly at the first week of March, maybe I would wait till mid-March, maybe third week of March, something like this. You can sow beetroot. It's gonna do quite well outside. You can start doing carrots and parsnips outside. They're gonna take a little bit longer, especially carrots. You have to stay on top of them. Make sure that you cover them. I would cover them with the row cover, with the fleece, just to avoid excess rain, maybe potentially even washing out your seed, and just to give them a little bit extra protection. You can also start your broad beans now. Again, maybe wait till mid-March, because the weather in February is not going to be that much of a difference than first 2 weeks of March. Once we go past the Paddy's Day, maybe the weather is improving really drastically. We still have a frost to take care of, and you have to take into consideration your last frost day. You can look that up, but if you live in where you live in your area, you should roughly know when you have your last frost. We got caught with the frost last year, and we lost our beans. That was in May, where normally we wouldn't really get frost in May, but we acted quick. We pulled them out. We plant something else over there. So I would say potatoes, onions, beetroots, carrots. You can start those outside. Obviously, all potatoes you're using seed potatoes. Onions you're using onion sets, and the rest you just plant with your seeds. When you're doing your plants inside, if you have a small little polytunnel, you have many more options. You can start all your leafy greens. So you can start your lettuce, your rocket and Mizuna, but I wouldn't definitely rocket and Mizuna is, you want to direct sow them into the ground. I would avoid transplanting them. It's just they get stressed very much. They go to flower to seed much faster if you actually transplant those. Or definitely sow them directly into the ground, you get much better plants, much better yield. But lettuce, kale, chard, spinach, those plants, you can start them now inside in the trays, something like you see behind me over here, and then transplant them outside, because they gonna need around 4 to 5 weeks before they kind of at that stage where they can be transplanted. And back then it's gonna be mid-April, so you should be able to transplant those outside, and that is a really nice way of actually getting a little head start on your planting. But you can also plant them directly into the ground in your polytunnel. Just sow the seeds straight into the ground, and again all the leafy greens, and you can experiment with those. When you go online and you look at them, there's so many nice Asian greens that you can try. The options are almost limitless over there, but definitely I would just focus on something nice that you're gonna really enjoy to eat, like some of your roots. And radish is another really nice crop that you can start now, and it's gonna be ready quite fast. Okay, beside the leafy greens, if you're starting the seeds inside the polytunnel, you can start all the other plants. You can start all your brassicas, your cabbages, your broccolis that you're going to be transplanting into the ground outside later on in mid-April or something like this. If you're doing your starts inside, if you're starting your plants inside, how you're gonna start them and what do you gonna put them. So you can use many varieties of them, sowing trays, again, garden center, and yes, they are plastic, but what I would definitely encourage you is to go for really good quality. That way they will last you years and years and years. We actually ordered some new trays and the only reason why we order new trays is because we ran out of our bigger 96 cell. So we just got these this week. So you see, they're brand new, super sturdy, really high quality, thick plastic. They're gonna last years. The trays that we are using at the moment, these, you see, they have holes and they start to break up, but we are using those for 5 years, and before that they were used for I don't know how many years, and they are still the same trays. If you're gonna go for something really flimsy like these, they're gonna crack and you're gonna throw them away very soon. So I would definitely say to go for something really good quality. I don't remember the price. Again, we got them from the Foothill Farm. We're gonna put the link to these in the description down below this video, so you can check them out. But definitely worth an investment. You don't have to buy the full box. You can order single tray. So that's really good. And when you're gonna buy your seeds, most of seeds these days, when you look at the back of the packaging or something, they have a guide when to plant and when you have your harvesting time. For example, this is something that you can consider as well. It's a spring onion seed, and it's marked. You can sow it from the mid-February, and you can see we have our sown much earlier, a little bit probably in January, but spring onions, scallions, whatever you want to call them, bunching onions, definitely something that you can start now in March, and I think you're gonna have great success with them. And you can tin harvest them, so they will last long, or you can harvest the whole bunch, and really nice crop to go. But definitely look at the descriptions on the seed packaging. There are guides, sowing guides over there. Look for your last frost date. If you can, try Google it, or just ask people around. If you're new to the area, if you only moved into the place where you are now, just ask your neighbors, ask anyone else that lives in the area long enough. They should be able to tell you. But invest in some row covers, the fleece, the white fleece that we're using even over here in the nursery, to cover your plants if they're outside, to protect them from the frost, and just plant. Just go over there, get some seeds and plant. So I hope you enjoyed that video. We're gonna try to make another one next month, because next month is getting really exciting in April, about planting seeds, planting different plants, new varieties, summer varieties. Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe to our channel, hit the like on that video, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. You have much